What's going on, guys? It's Carson Fitness here. I'm actually going to be posting my first YouTube video on my channel, and I'm gonna be a primarily fitness channel, but I might do some vlogging and might show you guys what goes on during my daily life. If you guys want to see that, that might be kind of boring, so I don't know if I'm gonna do too much of that, but we'll do mainly fitness stuff. So if you guys like fitness, subscribe to the channel and let me know what you guys want to see. Comment down below what you want to see. Um, Today I'm gonna be showing you guys my shoulder and arm workout, and then I'll take you guys through whatever workouts you guys want to see. But a little bit about me: I've been lifting for about 4 years, and I like to do bodybuilding style training. I like to do a lot of volume and a lot of supersets and stuff like that. So if you guys like that training style, you can definitely follow my workouts, and I'll try to give you guys as much feedback as possible. If you guys have any questions or want to know anything about my workouts, how long they are. This one was about, I think this one was about an hour and a half. So if you have that much time to work out, this would be a good workout for you. And if you're wondering why I'm so tan, I actually just got back from my first competition. So yeah, that's why I look really dark in this video. But so starting off with what I did, since I was doing shoulders and arms today, I warmed up my shoulders. I just used the band a little bit, working on mobility and getting them warmed up. You can also start with a treadmill if you want, just like 5 to 10 minutes on a treadmill. That's what I usually do for legs, just to get my legs warmed up. But yeah, today, since I was doing shoulders and arms, I did a little bit of mobility work, make sure everything's good, and then I hopped right into my workout. So I would always recommend warming up, because if you don't warm up, then you're gonna probably get injured, and you don't want to do that. So hopping right into the workout, we started off with overhead press, and I like to start off with like a compound movement like this to start off my workout. Um, and we did this for 8 to 10 reps for each set. We did 4 sets of this, and then keep in mind that I always warm up on all my lifts before I do them too. So like I would start off with the bar and then maybe add a little bit, and then go to my working sets. Then after our overhead press, I went right into an Arnold press. So for the Arnold press, it's easiest if you get one dumbbell up at a time. So you see me use my leg to push the dumbbell up for each dumbbell. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start with your palms facing towards you, and then as you go up, you twist your palms, and so your palms end up facing away from you. And you're going to do the same thing when you go back down. Your palms are going to be starting away from you, and then they're going to come towards you, and you're just going to repeat that. So for this one, I did 8 to 10 reps again, and then I did 4 sets of that. After the Arnold press, we went into a superset. So we did upright rows with some shoulder shrugs. So for the upright row, I think of it as like I almost just bring my elbows up and out. So you kind of just bring them straight up and out, and think about it like pulling with your elbows to bring them up. And then shoulder shrugs, I just try to keep my arms straight, and then just like in the name, just shrug your shoulders. It's pretty simple. And you want to use a weight that you can do. I like to go a higher rep range. I like to go 12 to 15 reps on shoulder shrugs. After shoulder shrugs, we went into a lateral raise, superset into a front raise. So this is like a really cool workout that I had a friend recommend to me. So what you do is you start off with 1 lateral raise, and then 1 front raise, and then 2 lateral raises and 2 front raises, and then you go all the way up to 5. So for this one, you're going to be using a pretty light weight. You can't go that heavy, but it really burns out the shoulders, and I like to do this because it's a quick lift, but you really feel it in your shoulders. So I did that for 3 sets, I think, and then we moved on to some biceps and triceps. So starting off with biceps, we started off with we actually did a superset. We did dumbbell alternating curls and dumbbell skull crushers for triceps. I like to superset my bicep and tricep movements just because it makes the workout go faster, and I've always liked getting through my workouts fast and just always being moving. It's just the way I like to train. So we did the alternating dumbbell curl, and then right after that we went into a skull crusher. And for the dumbbell curls, I like to go between like 10 and 12 reps, and I like to go sometimes 3 sets, sometimes 4. It depends on how I'm feeling for the day. If I'm feeling really good on a movement, then I'll keep doing that movement and just go for maybe even 5 sets, 5, 6 sets if it's feeling good. If I'm really getting a good contraction. So then the video split, but this is actually a superset into skull crushers, dumbbell skull crushers. So for these, a lot of people say that you have to keep your elbows tucked as much as possible. You can see mine flare out a little bit, but that's gonna happen. It's pretty much impossible to keep your elbows completely tucked in when you go down, but you want to make sure that your elbows aren't moving a lot when you go down. If your elbows are moving a lot, then you're not going to get a good contraction, and the list isn't going to work for you. Skull crushers is something that takes a little bit of time to get used to because the movement's just a little bit weird and people aren't used to it, but it's one of my favorite tricep movements, and you can do it if you want. You don't have to do it. Like I said, I like doing skull crushers, and I've gotten really used to them, so I know how to get a good contraction with them. But some people don't like them. Some people say it hurts their elbows. It's all about your preferences. You gotta do what you feel good contraction with, and train how you like training. Otherwise, you're not gonna see the best results that you can. So here you see I went right into the skull crusher before the video was split, but it was actually a superset that I went right into the skull crushers. And for both of those, I think I did a little less on the skull crusher. I think I did 10 to 12 reps on the skull crushers. And then the dumbbell curls, alternating curls, I did 12 to 15 reps on those. So I went a little less on the skull crushers, but still pretty high reps for my movements. Then getting into the next bicep movement, this actually wasn't a superset. I just went to machine preacher curls. This is one of my favorite bicep movements. You get a really good contraction, and you're not swinging at all. It's really controlled. So what I like to do on these is I like to put my butt pretty far back on the seat of the preacher curl machine, and then I almost lean forward so that my pecs are against the preacher part of the machine. And then when I go down, I try to go down pretty slow so I can feel the tension on my biceps when I go down, and then bring it up and try to go as far as you can up to get a good contraction. And you kind of want to almost twist your hands so that your pinkies are coming inwards so you get the full contraction of your bicep when you come up. So those are just some tips that I like to use on the machine preacher curl. Then right after the machine preacher curl, we went into a tricep cable push down, I guess it would be called. I like to use the ropes on this one. You can use the V-bar, or there's a easy curl bar you can use. I just like using the rope because I feel like I get the best contraction with that. And you can't go as heavy, but I don't really worry about the weight that I do. As you can see, I'm not using that heavy of a weight at all. I think it's like 40 pounds. And I like to go a lot of reps on these. I think I did 4 sets of this with like 15 reps, I'm pretty sure. I love doing like high reps on my accessory movements, my triceps and my biceps, just because I think that's the best way to get mass on your arms. But yeah, do this really slow and controlled, and you want to keep your elbows at your sides and not really move them too much. On the way up, you flex your bicep, and then you go down and flex your tricep as hard as you can, and just make sure your elbows aren't really moving too much. So then we got into our final bicep and tricep movement. This was also a superset. Like I told you guys before, I like doing supersets for a lot of my movements, especially biceps and triceps, just because you're not hitting the same muscle group, so you can go back and forth between them without them getting super fatigued right away. Like if I was doing biceps, I probably wouldn't do too many supersets because my biceps would get fried really fast. But I like to, if I'm doing triceps and biceps, I'll go back and forth all the time just to get my workout done a little bit faster. But I started with rope hammer curls, and I did those for anywhere from like 15 to 20 reps, I think. I used a pretty light weight, and then I went right into an overhead tricep extension to hit the long head of the tricep. I always incorporate one overhead tricep movement just so I know I'm hitting the long head of my tricep, because a lot of people kind of forget about that. That's actually one of the biggest parts of your tricep, and a lot of people don't realize that the tricep is 2/3 of your arm. You want to be doing, if you want to get big arms, you want to hit a lot of triceps. People are always trying to do curls, get big biceps, but you actually want to hit a lot of triceps if you want to get big arms. And I think my arms aren't huge, but I think a lot of the reason they're pretty big is because I do a lot of triceps and I enjoy doing triceps. So I hit a lot of triceps, and my triceps are pretty big. So that's what makes my arms look pretty big. My biceps aren't that big. I'm trying to work on that and get my biceps to where I think my triceps are, and then my arms will be pretty big for size. So then our last workout, or our last lift, was actually a front raise with a 45-pound plate, as many reps as I could do, and then I just dropped down to a 25-pound plate, as many reps as I could do. But that was the workout, guys. And if you like the video, just comment anything I can improve, and let me know, because I know the mic quality is pretty poor right now. I'm going to be getting a different mic for you guys. But if you like the video, subscribe to the channel and let your friends know about the channel. I'm going to be posting every week, like I said. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think.